Hello and welcome to Ballam Road. This is episode 18 and we greet you with this lovely sunrise, nearly said sunset, sunrise as we're feeding the cows. So a pretty packed program today. Well, actually only one real big job. We're going to be starting to cut field 1 and 2. Well, we're going to cut field 1 and 2, and we're going to bale it and make silage. And there's a special new method for wrapping the grass bales to make silage. Stay tuned for that. It's worth watching. Super quick way to do it. Alright, so we've got the cattle fed. Just going to top up the TMR mixer. Needs a bit of everything today, so we'll fill it up with silage, and then we'll overfill it with hay and straw, so that should last for a while. It looks like the cows are using around about 40,000 litres a day, so we're pretty much going to have to be topping up every morning. I think there was 18 or 19,000 left this morning, so this is going to be part of the normal daily routine. Just pop in some straw. So the nice thing about this mixer is that you can overfill it with everything except silage, loose silage, and that's one of the reasons why I'm changing to bales of silage, because I'm hoping then I'll be able to overstock it and perhaps only fill up every second day, something along those lines. But we'll wait and see. Well, as it is, I think half the inputs are silage, but we'll see. I just think the bales are easier and quicker to do. I don't know if you caught a glimpse there that we had a lot of hay bales out. It was just a mistake on my part when asking them to, well, when taking them out, I took out 24 bales instead of 4 bales. It's not too bad, because I had to put some extra hay into the old barn and the young stock. Well, very sad news. I got this letter from the state veterinarian, and basically it said, "Dear Mr. NJN, further to our recent visit to your farm, we regret to advise you that the beef cattle herd housed in the big beef barn have tested positive for foot and mouth virus. In order to protect the other cattle on your farm and to ensure that the virus does not spread, we hereby instruct you to have the herd destroyed. We understand this is a traumatic event, and to somewhat mitigate the consequences to you and your farm, we've arranged the following." So they're going to come and collect the cattle, and they're going to compensate us to the tune of £83,958, which is about just over half of what they're worth, but it's better than nothing. And that is signed by Hubert Huntington Smythe, OBE, the state veterinarian. So during the course of last night, they did come to the farm, and they have taken away all of our beef cattle that were in the big barn. So at the moment we have no mature beef cattle We just have the young stock. The saving grace, however, is that we did get some money, and we're going to buy a new tractor that can handle the system that I want to put into place for wrapping silage bales. So we bought a Fendt trailer that'll be able to do the job, and I won't tell you exactly now what we bought to go with it. Once we finish these fields, we'll go down and collect everything, and I'll show you I'll show you how we've developed this super quick way of wrapping silage bales, or bales to make silage, should I say. So we have, as you can see, got some workers on the go. We've got the mower, which is another new addition to the farm. I'll show you that a little bit later. And so we're using quite a bit of help to get this done. We learned our lesson last year with taking our time trying to get all the grass cut and what have you. So we're going to basically throw a bit of money at it, get new systems going. So just to the left there, you can see the mower going. While that's happening, I'm windrowing the grass to get it ready. So we're going to have multiple actions as many times as possible. We've also slowed down the time slightly, so we've had to put £2,000, we'll pay £2,000 for some extra help. And this is the mower that we bought. Not very wide, but it does mow at 11-12 miles an hour, so it does scoot around quite a bit. So far working well. I'm a bit worried that there may be some places where the header won't be able to go through the gates, so we'll have to make a plan with that. But we'll cross those bridges if we have to put it onto a little low loader, so be it. Right, so we'll put that onto a worker and get back into the sire and go and set off a worker on doing the windrowing, and then we'll go and get the baler so we can start baling as well. There we go. Just send that over to a worker. Yeah, so the baling, I can't really afford to buy any new equipment or any baling equipment, so this one will just have to do the old one. Spent too much money at the moment on all the other equipment. But then again, our main operation is going to be making food for our cows. So this one still does okay. I made one small error. I should have changed it to 150 centimeter bales, but I was certain I had done that the last time, but obviously the setting doesn't remain. You've got to do it every time. So I've just decided to do all the bales of these two fields at 125 centimeters, which is 5,500 liters. These two fields are fairly small, so that shouldn't make too much problem. When you get to the bigger fields, we'll have to do the 150 bales. The new system that I have for wrapping the bales can only do up to 150 to bales of 150 centimeters, so that is the slight restriction on it. But as you see, it's pretty efficient. So I've got this in auto drop. Just got to remember to always get off the line. Right, so one of the problems of having so many people work on the field is sometimes they don't quite crash, but they have to stop because they're in each other's way. So we'll just get the windrow out of the way and let the mower carry on, and then we'll just finish off the windrowing ourselves quickly. Yes, I haven't. Still using the same windrow that we did last season. I think it's pretty much okay. Don't see too many problems with that. As we go on in time, we'll probably get a bigger one, but at this stage, that doesn't really need to be changed. Just finish off this little corner, which is a little bit more tricky, should I say. And instead of having to continuously jump in and change and help out the worker, I'll just quickly do it myself, and then we can get the mower going on the second field. There we go, that's that done. Nice and quick and easy. We'll get that done on the second field, get the second field working, and there you can see we've got the mower scooting up and down. We've got the windrower working on the second field, and we can go and continue baling. And I can show you my round the houses baling method. I think you can call it that. So when we bale, instead of reversing to keep up the speed, I just turn off, do a little loop, don't have to change speed or anything like that, and come back in onto the swath. Nice and efficient, works well. This time we'll go to the right, drop off the bale, and off we go. And it also saves a bit of time having to stop, reverse. If we work out our loop nicely, there we go. Right, so we just about finished field 2 baling. So we baled everything. I think it's about 48 bales altogether. And once I've picked up this bit of grass, then we can head on down to the store, and you'll start getting the sense of what I'm going to be doing with the wrapping of these bales. So there we go. So we've got the front wrapper, and we've got a normal back wrapper. So we'll pick up a bale on the front wrapper, scoot over to the next bale, pick it up with the back wrapper, and then drop off the front one. And while we're dropping that off, the back one is still busy wrapping. Scoot up, pick up another bale on the front, and pick up one on the back, and then we just have to wait for one of them to empty. So there's still a little bit of waiting, but at least while we're waiting, something else is happening, and we're just about to pick up another one, and away we go. Yeah, I think it's worked very, very well. I'm going to show you pretty much the rest of the baling, so you can get a sense of how quickly I get these 2 fields done. I have sped it up to 2 times speed, just to make it slightly less boring. Yes, I'm quite happy with this. I think, especially if we're doing 150 centimeter bales. It's a pity we can't do bigger bales this way. So we're limited to the bale size that the front baler can do. But I think even with some of the other back balers, the biggest we can do is only 180 centimeters. So we're not far off that. And I think the fact that we're baling 2 at a time for a large percentage of the time just makes it a hang of a lot quicker. So excluding the purchase of the tractor, it worked out fairly cheap. I think about 30 odd thousand for the back baler and about 18 or so thousand for the front baler, wrapper should I say, not baler, wrapper. So yes, and I don't think there's anything else, any other combination where you can wrap quicker than this, really. I mean, even with the bale and wrap at the same time, you often have to wait for the wrapping to finish before you can move on. So it'll be interesting. Maybe I'll do a test sometime. But this just feels quicker to me. And on our farm, with the, we don't, at this point in time, we don't really want to spend 180,000 on a baler wrapper. And we spend 30,000 odd, or 40 odd thousand on this sort of setup. Which I can't remember exactly how much it was. I'll have to go back and check that. I'll let you know in the next episode. The nice thing is that you can get, or the good thing is that you can get to the next bale, even if both of them are wrapping, quite quickly. That for me is it's a good thing, should I say. Almost mesmerized by this. Yes, I just feel that this has gone really a lot quicker than last season. Of course, we've sold the fields. We need to plant. One of the new fields that we've got is ready to be planted, so we'll plant that at the end of this episode. We'll put grass in there. And we've got a barley field which I'm going to harvest first, take the straw off that, and then plant it with grass. The top long field we need to plant with grass as well. So there's still plenty to do this summer. And I think most of the summertime we're going to be on helper mode as such. So we'll be paying for extra workers on the farm. It's probably going to cost us £2,000 a month extra to have the extra workers. But it's going to have to be done. We need to be a little bit more efficient than we were last season. Yeah, still feeling a little bit knocked by the loss of our cattle. So we're not going to have any beef for this Christmas. There were a couple of small provisos that weren't in the letter when they phoned me up and spoke to me. Is we of course can't buy any new cattle. Oh, it's not all perfect. Don't know what happened there. Let's pick it up with the back. It's probably going to make us out of sync a little bit. I like to pick up the front first and then. But in any event, yeah, getting back to. So we can't buy any new cattle for the rest of this year. So that means we can't replenish any mature cattle. We've got the youngsters. We'll have a look and see. There may be some that would be almost ready to go to market, so we might have some to do in December, but that will also depend on what the situation is like. The other thing is we have to keep, because we've had a virus outbreak, we definitely have to keep all the cows housed indoors this whole year. We can't let them out until at least February next year, according to the veterinarian, and that's mainly as a precaution. They do envisage that the main part of the epidemic, or the foot and mouth epidemic, will be under control by about July or June, July. So yeah, not a good situation for us, but at least, I suppose when I say at least, one should just be thankful that our milking herd is, number one, quite far away from the others, so less likely to be infected, and hopefully no further bad news. So holding thumbs for that. We will get monthly inspections, so it could quite possibly be a problem. Well, I think that's it. There we go. 2 fields, just under 50 bales wrapped in a really quick time. Very happy with that system. Right, so here we're just busy planting what I'm going to call field 4. Planting it with grass, and we've just collecting all the bales. They are at about 3% fermented at this stage. I'm going to put them into the shed, and I'm presuming they will continue to ferment in the shed. Don't know for certain, so we'll have to check that up next month. It's not a major problem if they don't, because we can just bring them out and let them. But I don't see any reason why they shouldn't ferment in there. Yeah, let's just see if we can, yeah, there we go, 3% fermentation, 3%. So let's just offload this, and while we do that, I think we'll end this episode here. We'll finish off our rest of our daily tasks. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Cheerio.